John Dramani Mahama. John Mahama itself has spoken and talked about $3.5 billion in debt. That is an uphill task. Some would say that perhaps the country is going to go into Dumsour right upon the entry of John Dramani Mahama. What are the assurances that you are going to deal with the energy sector situation?
Well, then I have bad news for you. Just today, the confirmation we are getting is that we have only 5 hours of fuel stock. If you look at heavy fuel oil and distillate fuel, we don't have up to 2 days. And so in 2 days' time, we are likely to run out of fuel. This administration has not ordered any fuel as we speak. And it takes on average 4 weeks for the fuel to arrive and 4 weeks for the fuel to be treated. And so we are in a very serious situation. At the transition, we brought this up. The outgoing administration assured us that they had procured some parcels of fuel. Today, right after President Mahama assumed office, and I served on the transition, my checks indicate that we do not have fuel that can cater for even 2 days. So clearly we have a major problem. And this is an incoming administration. Even if you order the fuel, like I'm telling you, it will take about 8 weeks. So we are in for real trouble.
Apushamfo, there is Dumsour. Said ya uti nipa no kase ye frene Abu Jinapo. Ono baba ye the energy minister under John Dramani Mahama administration. Na asem na papa ne kan kire se enre ya na ye den. Yesually in John Dramani Mahama as the new president of the republic no. Na Ghana for ye wo fuel reservoir up to 2 days and then betumi amaye den. E de agi ma ye nkania no agina so. Papa wa mfansi o sanso kama yete ho asese. Se ban sempo no aban we kese kwa koto fuel aba ebe hia 4 weeks ansana fuel na ba bedru. Fuel no bedru we so be se hia another 4 weeks ansana dia treat fuel no as that media generate the power for the people. They can't electricity asem. Na ebia na dwen sa asem na papa ne ka no enye no kra. Another video so ho afedi so usu kwa achi ankasa the spokesperson for John Dramani Mahama administration as a government no. Ono nso aba abonte de nkyekiremu aba me pese ye nkone nkonkotie. Ye wi a na ya toto ya dwene wo ha afa nsem a omo abeka no ho. Ye nkone nkonkotie video no mra.
There is a game that needed to be addressed. First of all, government needed to be briefed, and then we needed to hear what exactly can be done in the circumstance. But in order that you have a full appreciation of what the issues are, I'm going to invite Mr. Frank Otri, who is the Director, Systems Operations of Gridco. So he will step forward and brief you, after which I'll come back to add some closing remarks. Thank you very much. Mr. Otri, the floor is yours. Thank you.
That runs from Nigeria and brings gas to Ghana. This, as they informed, is a critical maintenance after a certain number of hours and period of running to ensure the integrity of the pipeline. Now, this work requires that the pipeline, that the portion which sends gas to power plants in Tema will be shut down for the period. The period they need to do the maintenance is about 1 month. Now, because the gas that they supply to Tema plants in Tema is going to be shut down, it is needful that we get some liquid fuels for some of the plants in Tema to run so that we continue to have adequate supply even during the period of the pigging. What we came to inform the government is that yes, there are some liquid fuels, but it's not enough to cover for the period of the pigging. And so efforts have to be made to get enough volumes of the liquid fuel so that that critical maintenance can go on as planned. So this is what we came to inform the government. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So I'll take it up from here. So what it is that that is precisely what has happened. Government has been briefed in order to address the situation, because we know that it is pretty urgent. A technical committee has been set up that has representatives from all the key players in the management of Ghana's energy sector, and they have up until the close of day today to put before government a roadmap on what exactly needs to be done and how it can be done. So you can rest assured that government is taking the matter seriously and will do what has to be done in order to avert any difficulty for the people of Ghana. It needs to be stressed that the pegging exercise, or if you like, the maintenance exercise on the pipeline, should have been carried out in October of last year. Government then, the MPP government, requested that they shift it to January 20th in order that they will have sufficient time to procure the alternative fuels, that is the liquid oils, to power the thermal plants within the period that gas will not be available. At least in about 2 national security briefings that the then president-elect held with the present government, he asked about the status of the procurement of oils, and he was given firm assurance by the then government that they had put mechanisms in place to resolve the situation, that there will not be the difficulty that we are talking about today. It does appear that that promise was not kept, and therefore the responsibility has shifted to the present government. But President Mama is alive to the task, and adequate responses will be fashioned to address this particular concern. Thank you very much.
Do we get the feeling that the WAPCO would be sticking to the timeline of the January 20th, or the deferral is what you may be exploring?
Well, various options are on the table, and as I indicated, there's a committee, a technical committee, with representation from all the key players in the energy value chain that will be meeting, and they have close of day today to present a roadmap. So all options that can be explored to, first of all, avert any difficulty and address the situation at hand will be put on the table, and government will make a decision based on what we receive.
Will Dumsour be returned?
Well, I think that we need to wait for the work of the committee to know exactly what can be done. The idea is to ensure that we minimize any impact, as it were, of this particular situation.
Okay, so if anything I'm understanding, if there is any problem right now with regards to the power crisis, it would be because fuel that was supposed to be purchased earlier.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been in government for 1 day. I'm not sure that you can order and have fuel delivered to you in 1 day.
Yes.
So, as I indicated, this should have been done at least in October. Government then said that they needed up to January 20th to put their house in order and do the procurement of fuel. During the security briefings that President Mama had, he asked specific questions regarding the status of implementation of that plan. He was given firm assurance that everything was in order, only for us to discover, as of yesterday, that had not been done. And that is why, as a responsible government, we've taken up the mantle to ensure that we do the right things. So it has to be stated clearly that it was some dereliction of duty on the part of the outgoing government that has resulted in this situation. But we will take the steps that are necessary to address it.
Abusanfo nti se de motie no Dumsour no de yempew yebedam na asemba akwa amebo semen kan kirew na memfa ntwa ensem amene watie to no se sem na omo kan ya agenda o enye se MPP amanyokuo no mom na ankra dizere ama o eye won mom na omo pese omuni or everything omuni animu na se nye won na omudi animu dia bibia no omo be chaya to ho ama na sei enkopem se wom ne bedia no transition team no ka kire won se e wo se yen order diesel na omo si da bi ye ba aban mu a ye ndis for ba aban mu a ne ya ba be order ne ya je ye share dia share bottom. That is the reason. Enti mi nwa be ma ope o adele de Dumsour no de aba, and there is no way that you can get rid of it, because we and this if ankasa na eka enye no kra enka mo megira bonten enka nkirew na de wo hono no abusua mesra wo se bomadana like video no, subscribe to the channel na share video no ka ho makra o medin ene Mr. Mafo.